took me a while to figure out what was going on in this video, and this one is shocking. So they're using some type of oil or ointment to cover up this hole. But then if you look closely, you'll notice that something is moving in that hole. And this is a botfly, and they're using this oil to try to suffocate this. I have no idea how a botfly got attached to the lip, but this is now my biggest fear. So to start off, this is excellent technique. This is exactly how you would want to remove them. Yes! This right here is just shaving the face, and for some reason, it's super satisfying to watch. Now, a common concern is that people think it will make your hair grow back thicker. It won't. That's a myth. It may look thicker because it will be blunt at the edges, which will make it look a little bit more obvious when it's growing back in. But it won't make your hair grow back thicker or grow back faster. Now, I personally prefer threading the face just because it pulls it at the root so that it doesn't look as obvious when it grows back in. And I prefer that over waxing because waxing actually pulls on the surrounding skin. Anyway, I don't know why I love watching this video. What on earth is going on here? I'll give you a clue. The epiglottis protects this area so food doesn't get into your lungs. Yup, it's the vocal cords. This is a good one. This right here is a giant blackhead, also known as a dilated pore of Weiner. Now when you remove these, they are going to leave a giant hole behind. Excellent technique here. This is a stye or hordeolum, which is basically an infection or inflammation of the meibomian gland. You really shouldn't be touching this with your hands, but 3 to 4 times a day, warm compresses can help. If that doesn't work, you may need antibiotics or to have it lanced by an ophthalmologist. Disappointing.
I cut my pimples open before putting pimple patches on them. I'm not a doctor, so take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. Take a facial blade and you cut them. This one's already open, so I don't need to do it, but this one I do. So now I have them cut open, or these can really get to the stuff. I have 2 here, so I'm gonna have to be careful about my placement.
Just like that, they're gonna heal a lot faster.
Ouch. Now this is a severe sunburn, but believe it or not, I think we are actually making progress on this app. When I was growing up, I didn't even know that a single sunburn can increase your risk of melanoma, but so many people in the comment section do. Since sunburn season is coming up, here's what you need to do. At least SPF 30, broad spectrum, and reapply every 2 hours. And if you happen to get a sunburn, use aloe vera and drink a ton of water.
What's that?
This right here is a salivary stone, which is just a hardened mineral deposit in the salivary gland. These can be painful, and when they're small, lemon drops can help expel them. But when they get to be this size, they need to be removed.
This is a story about a girl named Lucky.
A droopy eyelid from Botox. Botox reduces wrinkles by temporarily paralyzing the muscles in the face. So we inject it into the muscles we want to target. But if it migrates too far down, it can temporarily paralyze one of the muscles that keeps our eyes open. Now this side effect is uncommon and temporary, and the risk can be reduced by not injecting too low. We can also prescribe special eye drops to open the eye back up. What do we have here? Looks like we're dealing with a mildly inflamed cyst. Now I will say that using 2 Q-tips to remove amelia, small cysts, and pimples is actually one of my favorite techniques. Now technically, I know I'm always getting on everyone's case. If you're using Q-tips, you really don't need to wear gloves. That was clean, 10 out of 10. If you have a friction blister on your foot, cover it with a hydrocolloid band-aid. Don't spray it with cologne. Looks like we're dealing with some dandruff. Let's see how he treats it. Starting off with lemons, we're off to a bad start. Some type of blue shampoo here, okay. Of course, cleansing out the hair with some Red Bull. Now we're gonna rinse it out. Actually looks great here. Now let's just smack him in the back of the head, 0 out of 10.
Ticks removal part 2.
These are obviously not ticks. These are black-eyed peas that are glued to the back of this guy's neck. Not sure why this barber did this because he's actually a pretty good barber. Alright, let's see what's going on with this one. I'm not sure about the location of this. I think they're in the armpit, but this is why I say to poke a hole in the surface because you can actually see the pus trying to escape.